Everybody who need that stimulus.
Money.
Taylor Vanay.
Yeah. Where my money?
Nightly.
Money.
Stars International
I'm
Records.
talking about that stimulus check. Stimulus check. Got
Money.
that stimulus check. Stimulus check. Where
Money.
that stimulus check. Stimulus check.
Money.
Give me my stimulus check,
Money.
girl.
No time for linger. Chain up on my neck and ring my finger. 24 on the whip with the top window. Come from the place, but me and a sprinter. Girl said she love me style, said she name Linda. Fuck with me cash, I'm rising incha. Up on bird, me no bring passenger. Anything pop off, then you know what danger. Hey, to the sky, aim for the sky. Money have to make, so we keep on trying. To the sky, aim for the sky. Money have to make when it touching a foreign. To the sky, aim for the sky. I forget rich when it touching a foreign. To the sky, aim for the sky. Money have to make, so we touching a foreign.
About that stimulus check.
Yeah.
Stimulus check. Got
Money.
that stimulus check. Stimulus check. Where that stimulus check. Stimulus check.
Money.
Taylor Vanay.
My stimulus check, girl.
Pocket full of drinks, thoughts full of money. Everybody on go. Credit cards on max, faded jeans, lint on my clothes. Gotta be awake, tired of being broke. Baby mama call her tripping. Why? It's either me and you, get it off the muscle, ride or die. I gotta get it, I need that. Stimulus shit, I got that. Ambition on deck, push it. Rewind this track, I ain't stopping till I get that. Now who done that said on me, they shine. Cocky when I drink my wine. Ain't got my money, don't waste my time. It's the government, gon' give me
I'm
mine.
talking about that stimulus check. Stimulus check. Got
Money.
that stimulus check. Stimulus check. Where that stimulus check. Stimulus check.
Money.
Give me my stimulus check, girl.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
You take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime. To the breakfast. Who, Slick?
Yeah, he's pressing the wrong button.
What's he pressing? He's on you.
He's on me.
He's on you. He's on you.
Welcome. Okay. We are in Studio A today because we are fixing Studio B, which I'm going to have Slick leave us in a second to go set up. Studio B, you got to set up the sound booth. We got some Latinas coming to do some sound tracks.
Really?
I got some other people coming to do some sound tracks.
Okay.
He's a little confused over there.
I'm looking at you. Why are your fingers? Why are you all tangled up over there?
Because it's the Freddie mic, but you're coming in a little bit low.
It's
So
the Freddie
I
mic.
had to talk into the mic. So you got to turn up my gain.
It's the Freddie mic.
Talk into my gain. Just raise my gain.
Dawn's all good. Talking to your mic.
Well, if I'm coming in low, you got to raise the gain. Not
Raise
too much.
the gain.
It's like inches, not feet.
That's what they say. Every inch matters, baby. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Do you ever wake up in the morning and not know what day of the week it is? And you wake up and you think, all right, is it the weekend? Is it Wednesday? Whose show do we have this afternoon? Who do we have coming in? It's like you just have no clue what day it is of the week. And it was only Tuesday. I'm thinking, is it Wednesday? Is it our late Thursday night? I don't know. And I had 2 days off, so I'm not really quite sure why my brain is all over the place.
That only happens to me when I have a lot of tequila.
I had no tequila.
Did you hear yesterday we found out that the tequila companies, tequila's on the market, there's plenty of tequila, but all the other stuff like vodka and everything else is shorted. I guess a lot of people drinking.
A lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people are drinking or there were a lot of people not working, but did you see the CDC came out with new guidelines if you have been vaccinated?
Yes, it's saying
Do not inject the tequila in your veins. I'm just saying there are other ways to partake and enjoy in that. You okay over there? Yeah, my monitor's not working.
What's not working?
Her monitor.
Oh, God, don't like
So the CDC came out with new guidelines that you can now hopefully go hug your grandparents again. It's the Hug Your Grandparents guideline. You know what happened yesterday? I got the new guidelines for the DOC. And I'm thinking, what's the DOC? Anyone know?
Department of Corrections.
Yes. So why would I get a text about the DOC and the new openings of the DOC?
Well, you didn't tell anybody that you have a felony record.
Well, I do not. So I don't understand why I got one. So apparently, DOC, their vending machines will be open if you decide to go visit somebody there. And visitation is open and allowed again. And yes, you will be able to use the vending machines on the sidewalk.
Oh, that's how you're going to visit somebody in jail.
So, yes.
Where were you last night, Slim? Were you home?
So I'm not really sure how I got it. However, it's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's interesting. Back when Aaron was in high school, I took one of his friends to visit one of their parents up in a prison up in Gainesville. So I'm wondering if my phone number got on their list.
Yes. You're always permanently.
But it's been a long time.
Yeah, you're permanently on the list.
So that's what I'm thinking. Interesting, right? But I didn't even know what DOC stood for, and I opened it up, and I'm like, what is this?
Well, I'm going
Why
to tell
am I getting
everybody,
this?
my partner has a felonious record. Felonious.
You know, that's from Shrek, by the way.
Felonious?
Remember Felonious from Shrek?
I don't remember that.
It's been a long. You know, they've got funny names they had in Shrek for people.
Yeah, people have funny names.
But Felonious, and yeah, it was all good. Anyway, how was your night, Batman?
My night is pretty good. I did a show last night. Yeah, I know. We're going to keep that part of my night out. Thank you,
I
Slick.
took care of that, Slick, by the way.
What?
But you told me not to.
What?
Well, we're discussing. You told
That's
me not
why
to.
you're going to go. That's why you're getting your. That's why you're getting DOC stuff. You're going to end up. Keep messing. I did last night. I went to WN and I was at the radio station doing a production for a new client, which is Pacifica Living from Forest Trace. And I did it the way this system was intended to do, like Teddy does and Val does on Thursday nights. I have never done what they do Thursday nights
Oh, you sent it
at
to the
WNN.
radio?
All of it.
Why?
Because that's the way I want to start doing business.
Okay.
Because that's the way the system was made.
Okay.
And if you understand what's going on, there's a radio station in Phoenix, Arizona that wants to play. And they don't know anything about what we do, sending sound back and forth and the whole timing thing.
Okay.
So I said to them, don't worry about it. All you got to do is turn it on, and we'll send you the whole show. So I did the whole show yesterday.
Yes.
Pierre was there.
Pierre the Stair.
Was there with Dylan.
Oh, you got double stairs.
And they both sat there and said,
Okay, Freddie. Okay, Freddie.
they said, wow, that was easy. You don't have to do
They didn't have to
anything.
do anything. They just sat and watched you.
They didn't watch me. They watched the board to make sure the radio was. But it
Yeah.
was crystal clear,
Nice.
pitched perfectly, commercials on point because we're sending it.
Very nice.
So I think I'm going to do it from now on that way. So I'm going to check the elements for tonight's shows, and I'm going to start sending the sound. I don't want anything to do with the board ops.
Sounds good. Well, no insult to the board ops. You just like to be in control.
I want to expand it. So if I have a board op in California whose name is Mr.
Who can
X,
do it? Yeah.
I says, do you know how to turn on do you know how to get me on the air? You know how to turn on the board? Yes. That's all you got to do. In Tampa. they
Oh,
were
that's why you're
shocked.
doing it, so you can send it out.
That's right. So we can expand
Nice idea.
the platform.
So Pierre, who doesn't speak, just stares. And then you got Dylan, Freddie. That got 10 texts. Did you see the text? Did you see?
Well, he was
Dylan,
driving. He was
Dylan.
driving Pierre
Dylan.
crazy.
So you got one who doesn't talk, who just stares.
He was
And then you've got one that just, I feel like it's the twins. Remember?
He says to me, Pierre says to me, can you tell Dylan not to be in my shoes? So I said, Dylan, stand back. 6 feet protocol. I know, I'm just learning. 6 feet. So what I did was I got a ruler.
Teddy
And I
really
drew
wishes
mine.
she had been there last night.
Oh yeah, that sounds like my dream.
Why?
She's like, oh, I wish I was there.
Are you kidding? Teddy would have ran out with her hair on fire.
Pretty much so.
But the night went really well. The shows went really well. I was really proud of myself for doing it and hitting it on point. And Linda was there. She came over and I yelled at her. I said, get away from me! I'm doing something!
Yeah, when you're that in deep thought, you really can't have people
can't
yapping
miss.
in your ear. You can't miss. You can't anything. It's like just Which is why on Fridays when Teddy's running the board here and they were in Studio B and we had someone in the theater, I go outside to take my phone calls.
Yes.
Because it's not fair to distract the board op,
Yeah.
even though she's sitting here with a smile on her face. I know what it's like when I'm trying to run a show and people are here talking and you're trying to be nice and you realize you have no idea what they're saying. They don't understand what you're trying to do, that you're not trying to cut them off. It's just you got to be on point.
And you can't have conversations in this direction and concentrate on what's happening here. You don't want to miss a spot. You don't want to miss a commercial. I got to give Teddy a lot of credit because I'm going to tell you, I love Kenny Love, but that board is so complicated. It really requires two people. The problem is then you have to do the dance of the knife.
We're gonna the dance of the knife.
You know what the
Sounds
dance
ever
of the
so
knife is?
sexy. The dance of the knife.
Look it up. This is a thing.
Really?
And there are two knives that are involved in this dance, and you have to have the dance without cutting the other
Oh, like
person.
fencing?
It's nice, daggers.
Even
And you have
better.
you have two daggers, and you have to dance around the person. And that's what happens when you have two people on a board.
And if you miss,
And you
can
miss.
have my Department of Corrections text as well.
You could go from being a rooster to a hen like that.
How do you like the new guidelines, though? Look how things are
Same
changing in
crap.
a year.
Oh, come on, stop it.
You don't think?
No.
Why? I do.
Oh, if you got your shot, you can be in a house with somebody who doesn't have the shot, but you should be careful. No kidding. I do that every day now. Linda and Chuck have their shots. We
Yeah,
don't.
but there are people in the rest of the United States that are trying to figure it out. Grandparents who haven't seen their grandkids, and you take for granted that we live in a very high echelon educated community. Not the rest of the world
What
is
the
like
hell
that.
are you talking about?
There are people in this country that don't even have running water. They don't have power. There are people
What
who
does
lost
that have to do with the CDC guidelines?
because they need to put it out so people understand. Not everyone is as clear on thought as
I
you
went to
are.
Atlantic Avenue, and people must not understand English because they weren't following any freaking
I got to
guidelines.
tell you, all these New York restaurants that are moving down here.
They opened up two
interesting,
new
the
ones
new-
in
yeah.
Atlantic Avenue, and the new one of them, the Lionfish, he's opening up 5 restaurants in Florida. He's leaving California and New York.
It's delicious, by the way, lionfish.
I
I've heard lionfish is really good. I heard it's pricey, but I heard it's very good.
But I heard he said that Governor DeSantis, at the end of the day, was right. And you know something? I gotta tell you, it wasn't that DeSantis was right. It really wasn't. There was a lot of death, a lot of illnesses. Chuck will
Yes.
tell you those hospitals. Linda told me
Yeah.
hospitals were to capacity and
Yeah.
the senior homes were a freaking mess. They still are. It isn't like it's gone away. But they're getting their finger on the pulse, and hopefully things will continue to get better. I did get a phone call from FAU Clinic
Ding, ding, ding,
that I
ding,
have
ding,
been
ding.
approved for
For your vaccination.
the shot. I don't know where the letter is. I think it's
It's
over
over
there.
there.
But I got the letter in, and I sent it to my doctor. He thanked me very much
Which one are you
because he
getting?
didn't have it. I don't know.
Johnson & Johnson.
How do you can pick?
Some places you can pick. Actually, Publix is opening up tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to pick whether you want the Moderna or the
The
J&J.
next appointment at Publix is in 4 weeks.
Well, they're
I already
opening.
tried.
They're giving people teachers. They're moving teachers to the
Yes,
front of the
because
line.
everybody, since last week, if you're a teacher, you can get it. But there are certain places, what happened in the certain places, they open it up to everybody if you're 18 or over. They had
Really?
100,000 people in 15 minutes.
You know what I
So
heard?
they had to close it down.
Unofficially and allegedly, I have heard that sometimes Publix has extra doses at the end of the day at the bottom of the vial.
Yeah, I heard that.
And if you happen to be there, you might be able to partake in a vaccine.
I heard that
Once
too.
they open it, they have to use it.
Right.
I heard that. And what I heard is that they would give it to their employees before they would throw it away. So don't believe anything.
I'm just saying that if there are open vaccines, that you might be able to go to a Publix that has to have a pharmacy. It can't just be a Publix without a pharmacy.
No, I get you, but I'm going to tell you, ain't nothing being
And
thrown
maybe have
away.
it.
That's just one of those lies. Now, the funny thing is, this is the form that gets
morning.
used. Hey, honey. That's being used. And apparently, I asked my doctor, I says, do you have the form, and why haven't you taken advantage of people? Because this is the diabetic center. He says, no, Federico, we are actually doing it. Thank you for calling us and checking up on us, but we're doing it. So I got a phone call, and hopefully by next week, they'll schedule me at the
Boca
hospital.
Community, Boca Regional, yeah.
Boca Regional.
Very nice.
Maybe. We'll see. It is what it is.
Very nice. So do you have a preference?
Me?
Yeah.
As long as it's wet, it's all good.
Oh. And protective is all I can tell you.
Well, what am I going to say? No, I don't want that one. Well, this is all we got. Well, I guess I'm going to take that.
People are picking.
People are picking and choosing.
Really?
Yeah.
They really, and I don't know. I can't tell you if one is other than the J&J being a 1 dose versus a 2. I don't really know the difference between
Moderna's
the
a
others.
1 dose also, isn't it?
2,
Oh, it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
right?
I would rather do the 2 dose because I think that it introduces the virus and then it comes in with the big blow on the second one. I think. I'm not educated enough to.
And I see they're opening up to 60 and over, so that brings your mom in,
Hopefully, yeah.
right? 'Cause she just turned 60.
She did. She's about to turn 61.
Well, doing. Oh, no, you don't qualify yet.
And I don't. And then they said every couple weeks they're going to lower it down 5 years and 5 years and 5 years
We'll
and keep
see.
going.
By
We'll see.
2022, I might be able to get one.
No, you'll have one by the end of the summer. You'll have one. The funny thing is that my AARP people contacted me and they sent me the form.
Is that who
And-
got it?
No, I downloaded that from a website last week, but they did send it to me. And the problem was that my AARP, my password was incorrect, so they couldn't reach me. So this morning they sent me over 200 places
Dunkin'
to
Donuts
eat.
coupons?
Lionfish, I get a 40% discount.
Really? You should definitely go.
I'm going
Where else?
all over
Any
the
other
place.
good places?
Oh, and at 2J's, they give you a
Black and white cookie.
what do you call? No.
Rugula?
No. Would you listen? What do you call before you have a meal? A starter?
An appetizer? Uh-huh.
Appetizer. So do you know what latkes are?
Yes.
Have you ever had a latke?
You had them here for Hanukkah.
Oh yeah.
Well, their latkes don't taste nothing like what a latke that have.
Vodka.
You ever had a latke?
I had a latke.
A fully loaded latke?
A fully loaded with sour cream and
Loaded.
lox. Yes.
Loaded latke.
Nova.
So I went in there and I showed them, and they said, "Oh yes, what would you like?" I said, "Latke."
50
fully
points.
loaded. No,
Really?
it was like 5 points. Now you can't eat the whole thing.
5
I didn't
points a
gain any
bite?
weight.
Good.
I didn't gain any weight.
Hi, Cracker Barrel.
But I love my latke.
I love your mask. It was good. And where else? What other discounts? That's nice.
Pollo Tropical sent me another coupon for my birthday. I got a large Pollo Tropical, half a chicken with everything I wanted for my birthday. Thank you, AARP. $0.
That's fantastic.
And you have to do the early bird special. You can go whenever you want. Now, you know that restaurant D, is it K or D, over in Military?
K or D?
Yeah, it's either K, the restaurant K. I think it's called K.
McDonald's?
No, it's a big restaurant.
KFC.
No, not KFC.
There's a restaurant called
There-
K or a
is
restaurant
it
called
D?
D?
It's the Kiki's. Okay, I don't know. No, it's in Boca. You know it because you've been there. You've eaten there. You've told me. This is right by Beaucaire.
Don, you know that one place that you ate? That one
You know that
time?
movie and there's a woman in it and she's got dark hair? Yes, exactly. That
I'm gonna
restaurant.
tell you something. The waiting list there is like 5 blocks long. The waiting list.
Burton's?
No, it's not Burton's.
The Egg
Anyway,
Place?
if you go every week, they put you on the list.
Oh, Key Grill?
Key Grill.
Key.
What did I tell you? Key.
Key. Yes. He said it's on Military near Beaucaire, so my brain is like
You
traveling
know
down
where it
Military.
is. You've
Yes.
been there.
Right across from the Polo Club. Correct. I know they've got to have huge AARP discounts.
You should see this place.
I know.
And I went in, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go even if I had the shot. Why? There were people waiting outside. They were packed to the gills. Now, when I went there one time, there was a mistake. The girl made a mistake. She says, "Oh, I don't have any 6 o'clock reservations." And the manager came over and says, he must have seen my name because I know he didn't know me. I was Mr. Santori, I got you. He created a table for me. Now, I haven't seen, this was just before.
He is
AARP.
so old school.
I
he
have
so
never
believes what the maitre d's do.
I haven't seen this since I've been in the clubs in New York.
And he's good,
And
man.
your mom knows it.
Yep.
Your mom knows it. You put a little, you take a little green and you put it in the maitre
You're
d's pocket. You go like
hilarious.
this, and all of a sudden the table appears. Ask your mother if this is not true.
Oh, I
So
know.
I went over to the guy and I was gonna put the 20 in his pocket. He said, "No, this is on me. We messed up." He says, "But I'm gonna put you on the list." I don't know what the hell list he's talking about, but I was on the list. I used to go in, always had a table.
It's like when you go to Joe's Stone Crabs in Miami.
I wouldn't go down there.
But people do.
I
Same
ain't-
thing.
I ain't going.
See, take a look at Slick's outfit, by the way. He's living the American dream with his Florida Love mask. That is definitely picture worthy.
I gotta tell you, I got a lot of response to your song and my socks.
Oh, stimulus check and your stimulus.
Your socks are nice,
They're
by the way.
saying that we should get stimulus socks with every.
I do want to
purchase
get
of this-
cafe socks in our merch store for sure.
Well, we have to sell this CD, this music, this stimulus check, and they're saying you should give away. My sister called me last night. You have to give away stimulus socks. Is what she's calling
We gotta
it.
get you some stimulus
Wow,
socks.
I
It's a great
kinda-
idea, Mimi, by the way.
I kind of like it.
Stimulus socks. How you doing?
What's the matter with you? I'm on AARP, and you're always sickly.
Did you go to
And you're
Grandma's?
like 12.
She's not.
How old are you? 24. And you're sick. You're not feeling well.
No, that was
I gotta tell you,
yesterday.
the mask, I changed. Where's my mask? I'm wearing a new mask now because I have a very bad allergy in my nostrils that is into my eyes. And I see three of
Sounds
him.
like he's 110.
I'm seeing three
We've
of him.
discussed AARP, your free food, Key Grill, and your nostrils are a little
Don't hate
inflamed.
the player, baby. Hate the
You
game.
feel like
I'm gonna be like, by the way, I need you to run to CVS. I need you to get me some beignet and a little bit of ice.
Ben Gay.
That's when I know it's over.
she
You
has
have
a
a
Allegro
Allegro?
for you.
I need Benadryl. I gotta go to Benadryl.
112.
No, what? Yeah, I know. Well, I could try it, but it's the Benadryl that changed my life.
Really?
Yes.
I've been saying it for forever.
I don't know how you take that every day.
Take it every
I don't know how you guys can function
Benadryl?
on that stuff.
Well, you gotta
yeah.
be careful because it shrinks your brain. Now I'm beginning to understand
It
the
makes
pattern.
you drowsy. It
Think I'm
actually
smarter
makes
than
you
you. I take it
loopy.
every day.
Miss Loopy over there on your
Wow.
computer screen.
Who's loopy?
Loopy. She's got a loopy case thing. Her loopiness.
Don't show me the finger. What are you doing?
So Friday, we are going to the mountains of Uganda. Actually, they're coming to us. Let's see how well our platform works. I was talking to her this morning at 7
Is
a.m.
she serious?
Yep. The mountains of Uganda.
I don't know what.
They were
mountain-
hit really, really hard with COVID, and small business there has just been like annihilated.
Who do you know in Uganda?
There is the reason the first girl that I wanted to interview before we had this capability has still been in contact with me. She has had to let 15 employees go on her small business. It is now her and her grandmother
What do they
trying
do?
to come out from underneath. They take plastic tubing and they weave it into tote bags and yoga mats. But because of COVID and slowing down on production, she just like Dia employs people in India to make the masks, she was employing women in Uganda to get out from under, to give them a job through weaving and making big tote bags. And now she's down to her and her grandmother, and she is so excited that we're going to do this interview. She's in the mountains of Uganda. They're 8 hours ahead right now, Lizbeth, and see if we can get her some visibility over here in the United
Do
States.
you know anybody that makes shirts? I need a shirt maker.
We should ask Dia,
I have
our teampreneur. Let's ask her because she knows people everywhere.
I think we did ask her.
I don't think
She
we
doesn't-
did.
Yeah, I think we did. She doesn't do that.
You have a person that makes shirts?
Is he like friends with your barber who's yet to show up?
Oh no, I haven't spoken to my barber. That's why he hasn't showed up yet.
Oh, I
Saw
thought you
me,
were going to talk
but,
to your
I
barber.
do know somebody that makes shirts.
Do you remember? I don't know if you were with us, Slick, when we went to that gym last year, Teddy, and there was a barber shop in the parking lot.
Yes, busybody.
Yes, you remember the name of the barber?
I do not, but it was like a truck.
It was
that
a-
you
yep.
went in.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's not in business
How
right
do you
now.
know? You know, Dad.
Because I called and there was
Grandpa.
no answer.
You're very negative today. You're very slick, half glass full, as he says today. What's going on with you?
Okay, you go ahead. You
Viciously
call.
attacking people today.
Viciously attacking
Viciously
people.
attacking people.
If you think that's vicious,
That's why he's
You
got
ain't
the
seen
shark
nothing
on his
yet.
microphone.
I'm gonna go incognito.
How is the mind of the male?
Now
Have
you-
you put
now
that
you
logo
can't-
out, by the way? Now I
now you
can't,
can't
see you.
see me.
You sound
You know
like
who does
Rowan. Rowan?
The wrestler.
Dylan would do
Oh,
that.
that's oh my God, not Hulk Hogan, the
No,
other one.
the other
Macho
one.
Man Randy Savage.
No,
Yes.
no, it's the guy who the younger guy. The guy he goes, you can't
John
see me,
Cena.
Cena.
Oh, John Cena.
Cena. You can't see greatness.
Wait till Rowan walks around saying that too. He goes, Pop up, you can't see me.
I'm gonna
you're
teach-
gonna,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
teach him
laugh. You should teach him
I'm
that.
gonna teach him that.
Freddie, teach Rowan that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see me? You can't see me. You're
cannot.
talking into the air.
We're about to go suntan.
I am.
Seriously.
I'm walking in
cannot
the sun
see
because
you.
I was accused of being half empty. How you like me now?
I don't like that.
Not at all. So, Slick, what you got going on today? You got people coming in. You're setting up Studio B with some music.
Yeah, we have like I don't know, but I heard 20 people are coming in, and we're setting up Studio B to record.
20 people are not coming in. I have a number of people coming in to record. They're going to be coming in and out, in
I
and out,
think
in and
Max
out.
is coming in to do his show. So,
Okay,
where are you
Max.
going to set him up?
Max, center stage.
On the theater, okay.
Oh, Max is doing your show?
I think so.
We're going to find out.
We got a lot of robots. You're going to bring one over to the Artful Dodger.
I am. I'm in deep discussions. I also know that Max is interviewing on his show. No, not Max.
Jay Harmon,
Jay
that's
Harmon.
today too.
And he's coming here to do the last
We got a
portion of
busy
our
show today, is all I can tell you.
So there'll be wine a-flowing. That's why I got to wear my glasses.
But it's different wine, I was told. It's not wine made from grapes, so I'm not really quite sure how he makes
It's
it.
made from, you can, listen, if you can make milk from almonds, you can make wine from anything.
Or cashews, that is true. Some cashews and
You
some
ever try to
water.
milk a cashew?
Like, wow. God bless
She's
you.
on the truth.
How's that going for you, milking the cashews?
I don't do that.
She doesn't do that.
You remember when I Love Lucy and she stepped on the grapes? They in Italy, they step on grapes to make wine. You know that part?
Yes.
Okay. So if you take a bunch of cashews and step on them, would they turn to cashew milk?
I mean, that's kind of how oat milk is made.
Yeah, how do they make oat milk? Do they
It's
just
just, it's oats, water, and like whatever, like if you add honey or sweetener.
so is
just
it like
blend it.
oatmeal, just like liquefied oatmeal?
That's literally all oat milk is, yeah.
And they
It's
squeeze it.
here.
Oats.
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, I love it.
We have some oat milk. I'm thinking
It's
it's
the
like
best.
oatmeal in a cup. Well, that's what you said, so I brought it in.
I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just liquefied oats with like a sweetener in it, yeah.
It's interesting. We should try it.
You should.
But yet, here's the thing. Oatmeal on WW is 0 points, but oat milk is like 4.
Yes, that's why I don't drink it.
So I'm trying to figure out what the difference
It's
is.
just sweeteners.
It's the sweetener.
There's sugars in it.
So you can get unsweetened oat milk.
Oat
Lots
milk
of things-
has great unsweetened oat milk, and it's full fat, so it's healthy fats. Just a side
Which
note.
who does? Oatly?
Oatly. Yeah, that's what I drink.
Healthy fats.
Not sponsored by Oatly, but
Well, good. There's a whole container
I
of it
love
there for
healthy
you.
fats. Give me every healthy fat there is. I like healthy fats.
Oh, I think Siri listens to my phone.
Why?
Because remember the other day you told me what you had for dinner on Sunday night. Yesterday you told me you had curried goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, curry.
You had curried goat. I've never had goat, but you told me that you had curried goat.
Down Plantation Way, where Linda works, they have a place.
Have you ever had goat? You have. Anyone else ever had goat?
nope. I've eaten a lot of things. Not
I've
goat.
cooked goat.
Goat's amazing.
My father had
Goat's
goats.
amazing. So then today on Facebook, I get a sponsored ad for
Carry
a
goat.
stuffed goat.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know what it says? It's a package. It says, "You've goat mail." But I'm bum. And I thought of you. And I'm like, Siri is
You goat
listening.
mail.
Instead of you got mail, you goat mail. And the goat comes in the mail. But I'm bum. And so therein lies, I think Siri listens to our conversations. Because
Yeah.
why would I have a sponsored ad for a stuffed goat in my Facebook ads? Watch it. Now I'm going to actually have more goats.
You ever
adopt
have
a goat.
You ever have oxtail?
Oxtail's amazing.
I had never had oxtail until recently. One of my mom's aides made it. I had never even known that an ox had a tail, nor would you cook.
They keep cutting them
Nor
off.
would you cook the tail. So
cook it.
how people come up with these ideas?
Very
Look, Slick
expensive.
likes
It's very
oxtail.
expensive, right?
It's very bony too.
Well, it's a
Dep-
bone and
depending on
the tail.
yeah, depending on the tail. Some people will serve you more bone than tail, but there's some restaurants that sell you more meat.
I think that there's a candy called oxtails, and it's like cream with caramel wrapped around it. That's what I
No,
thought
this
you meant.
is really it's a
Oh.
Caribbean, right?
Yeah, and there's another thing that you can eat, which is a soup, but I'm not gonna mention it.
Oxtail soup,
No, it's something else. You know what I'm talking about?
pig feet soup.
The type of soup.
What type of soup?
Ever wonder how people come up with ideas like to eat chicken wings or pig feet?
How are you, my friend?
Or oxtails. Good
we're on the
morning.
air. Give me 20 minutes. 20 minutes. We're on the air.
Or oxtail. Like, who comes up with these ideas of what to cook? Clearly not me. Salt and pepper. I brought some for you today.
Well, you know, on an animal.
Valley brought you salt.
On an animal, they take everything apart. Tongue. You ever seen tongue?
I used to love tongue till I found out it was a tongue.
I saw that thing.
Hence
I
the
ran
name
out of my
tongue.
butcher. My butcher showed me all the different parts, and he showed me tongues, kidneys.
Yeah, well, I never knew it was tongue, and I used to eat tongue with ketchup as a kid. I was like a big, chubby child.
Chicken liver. You ever had chicken livers?
I
Sure,
love
chopped
chicken
livers.
liver, yeah. Chopped
That's
liver is
good.
my favorite.
Gizzards? You like gizzards?
I'm not sure the difference between a gizzard and a liver.
They put it all together.
What is a gizzard? It's a thing that it's everything. It's a throat.
It's that thing that hangs down from chicken.
It's like the wobbly neck.
That part.
Oh, we should actually thinking of wobbly neck. I know my brain. We should call that dentist who has the face sculpting so you don't have a wobbly neck anymore. I left them a message last week. I should call them back.
All I tell you is that everything is used. I used to go, I went to meet the Chinese ambassador when I worked at the Union in New York. And they brought out a bowl of chicken feet.
Again, who would think of eating chicken feet?
So I said, well, hold on.
You do?
You suck on it. You don't chew it. You suck on it. So I lean
My mother,
over
too.
to the union boss and I go, because you can't disrespect. It's all about tradition. You're not even supposed to
But
question
who decided one day to make chicken feet?
the ambassador.
And is it like fried like a chicken wing?
It was cold, so I could tell you. So I say,
They're warm sometimes.
Are they like chicken wings?
no, chicken feet.
It's like seasoned. I don't know exactly how they cook them. You get them at good like dim sum places, but they come.
You don't chew them though, right? You lick
No,
them,
yeah,
you suck
like,
them.
Suck on them. Yeah, you take the skin off it.
So I go.
Like edamame.
So I go to the union boss. I go, what do I do with this? He says, you eat it.
We should totally do a show like that on Fear Factor, but eating things like different recipes and different things to eat.
When you go to a restaurant and they serve you a fish, and they leave the head on,
I've never, yeah, no.
what do? You say, take the head back?
No,
Take it
you
off?
ask them just to fillet it.
So you don't have the head on the fish? So
And
in
the
Puerto
bones.
Rico, when I ate at the Conquistador Hotel, they served the whole fish. So my uncle, Ramon, says, I can't eat something looking at me.
Yeah, it's really different cultures are really interesting in what you eat, right?
All sorts of stuff.
And then you think of Passover and everything is just brown and saucy and filled with salt.
You see, I would make
What do you eat it on Easter? Are there ham, right?
Ham, turkey, mushroom. I eat everything.
We don't usually have a turkey, but we have ham, mashed potatoes, carrots, green beans.
I make turkey for everything.
It's a version of Thanksgiving.
All right, so Passover, we just substitute brisket for the ham.
Yeah, but
Pretty
you have
much.
rice and beans? You have
No.
rice and Why not?
It
Rice and
depends,
bean
it depends
is
what
a-
sect of Judaism you are, whether you're allowed to eat
What
rice
sect?
and beans. Yeah.
Jesus always had rice and beans.
Well,
Always.
because if you're Sephardic, you believe that you can eat rice usually because like that's the main food.
Moses
that is
ate rice.
Mediterranean.
You guys
But
believe in Moses,
if
right?
you're Ashkenazi, then you're allowed to eat potatoes.
If you're what?
So if you're, like,
Ashkenazi.
Eastern
Ashkenazis,
European,
yeah.
You can eat potatoes, but you can't eat rice. If you're Sephardic, which is like Mediterranean, African area, you can eat rice, but you can't eat potatoes.
Do you know there's a delicacy? You take
It's
a
funny.
potato
Yeah.
and you carve out the middle and you put rice and beans in it and you cook it.
Really?
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you something.
That
I
sounds
don't
kind
care
of
if
good,
you're
actually.
Kardashian or Kardashian or whoever. You would eat this thing completely.
I'm thinking the
I give it to the
USDA
rabbi.
decided they needed to enhance the grain growers on this side of Europe, and the other people needed to help the potato growers. So they go, okay, you can have potatoes and you can have rice. Other than that, our fields are empty and you cannot share.
Rice and
Imagine
beans.
if we actually went back to that.
Rice and beans and mashed potato, I grew up on. That's probably why I'm a diabetic, because it's the worst thing in the world for you. But my God, isn't it delicious? You've had them.
I don't know if that is. It's probably the milk and the butter that goes with it.
Rice and beans and mashed potatoes? You ever tried it?
My dad-
What are you looking at
My
me?
dad is the typical Cuban where he just throws everything on a plate and eats everything all mixed together.
I was
He's a
gonna ask
typical
you,
Cuban.
Can you let your food touch when you eat?
Yes.
Depends on the food. Rice and beans and chicken, yes. There's other things.
My food must talk to one another. They must serenade one another.
Slit,
they
does
better
your
be
food
married.
talk?
They don't talk. They gotta be separate. To be
Yeah.
honest. And then not dibble.
You have a lot of issues. You know that?
Did you drinking Dr. Pepper yesterday?
Oh, that was a myth.
So he leaves it in the middle,
Middle
of
of
the
the
floor.
floor yesterday. There's a Dr. Pepper. It was like a banana on it with a piece of duct tape.
I-
Middle of the floor,
I
there's a
kicked
Dr.
it. I
Pepper.
kicked it. It ended up all the way at the gate when I kicked it.
I'm assuming it had a lid.
Yeah, unlike Slicks yesterday that didn't help.
Slick as in-
I feel like I'm in kindergarten. You cannot have soda in the theater, and if you're going to eat, please sit at the table. It's
Put
crazy.
him in the child's table. Which has a child guard around it, so the food spills only on the table.
Most definitely.
Clean
Like-
up time at the end of the day.
It's like
Yeah, we're gonna add some cleanup time to the end of the day.
it's
The
like
Barney song.
bumper bowling. You ever done bumper bowling? You put the
Yes.
bumpers down.
You mean bowling with the bumpers up?
Yeah, you done that
When I was 10?
yesterday?
No.
Are you a good bowler? Really?
Good morning, Dawn Cliff. Congratulations to you. We are
Dawn
so excited for you. She
My
got
condolences. I will be lighting 4 or 5
Got
candles.
engaged.
Yeah.
And her ring is beautiful. Now we talked the other day that it's not always her traditional diamond. So she got a beautiful red stone. I don't know if it's a ruby or a garnet, but it's beautiful.
I'm gonna tell you something. You better be very careful with that stone, cause it is.
What does that mean?
It's huge. It's beautiful.
But beautiful. Well
Congratulations.
deserved, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Two not very, very nice people.
Nice people. Fantastic.
We got to give your friend Guy LaFerrera a call. Guy
Yes, we'll do
LaFer,
that.
according to Valerie. We're going to change his name. She's so cute. Guy LaFer. And you've got 2 tickets for the Artful Dodger.
Yes, and I'm looking for veterans. If you're a vet and you want to have a couple of cocktails at the Artful Dodger, I got some free tickets for you.
And OMG Flowers, it is Passover. It is Easter coming up. Give them a call. They're going to be in-house on Thursday.
Who else you got in that?
And they're
pile?
making a guitar out of flowers for Amy.
Is Tracy coming from?
She said I got to reach out to her, too. We've got Max Lazega. You carry all this in your pocket?
No, it's on the table.
Where did you get this from? Sunshine Wellness.
I'm sorry. This is her mother gave it to me.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, how did you get this? Okay, her mother gave it to you. That's funny. Because her name keeps popping up, and I thought serendipitously if it was, fell from the sky. I was wondering how you
Well,
got
I
that.
don't understand why you say serendipitous anything. We've been meaning to call her to bring her on, and apparently you said I've met this woman, and I don't remember.
I do not know, but you got a lot of things going on. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back more with our Tuesday morning, let's see what's going on with our brew crew. They're working really hard. I don't know what they're working on, but they're doing something. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
Stars International is a multicultural, open-format record label with multiple production services from recording to broadcasting. On the label side, we focus on developing artists and helping them achieve their goals. On the production side, we cover anything from recording and mixing your vocals to creating your master track. We also include distribution if needed, and we have full access to TV production and on-air services to help build and create the artist you want to be. We're a fully digital studio and plan on taking music theory to the next level.
Thank you, Val.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
How much work do we put together in the middle of commercial time? It's funny, right?
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Looks like I don't know how you guys do what you do in the matter of a day. I don't either, but we do. We keep going. We got some meetings coming up and a lot of things. We haven't talked to Ms. Valerie in a while. How are you feeling? No more yogurt for you?
No more yogurt.
Is that what happened? You had yogurt?
The yogurt's at this point probably like 2 weeks old, so I think it just.
Yeah, I think it's heady. I opened up a hummus the other day, and it had mold in it, just a teeny bit, but it was brand new. Like, we opened it up, and the whole thing went in the garbage, and I thought of you and Chelsea going, you cannot pick around the mold. It has to go in the garbage. Now, I should, what are you watching? Babies?
No, my son Gio, the astronaut, has an app that takes pictures and brings them to life. So he's sending me pictures of my dad and my mom. And this is like really freaky. Look, this is my dad. That's a picture that I took with him in Puerto Rico. And see the way it's moving? It looks like a still picture.
Wow.
And he's bringing it, and it brings it to life so you can make your pictures come to life.
Like video. Gio looks like him. Wow.
This is freaky, man. And he found pictures of my sister. Did you see Mimi? That's my sister on the bottom.
Wow.
And that's Miriam. And I sent it to her, and she says, oh, my God, don't show this to anybody. My sister's hair. See my sister's hair?
It's beautiful.
See how long it is? It's going all the way down to the floor.
She's beautiful. Wow.
And
like
then-
your hair, Val. Long and dark.
Yeah.
She's blonde now, right?
And this is my mom.
Wow. That's a great. You look so much like your mom.
That's my mom. And they took a picture. He says the photos are amazing. He's like,
Wow.
so he's bombarding me with this stuff. So I'm just.
You should write a book. The amazing thing is doing pictures and doing all of that and having the legacy that you leave. Have you done that with your dad?
No, I've kind of done it with my grandma.
Yeah?
Where I like sit. She's actually really mad at me right now because I haven't been able to go over in a few weeks. But we used to have lunches, and I would sit with her for hours, and she would just tell me all the stories about our family and like her life and everything.
You write it down?
I want to get a journal for her to write it down, but it's a lot.
You just put it on your phone.
Yeah.
And then the phone has an app where it converts it
There's
to
a
words.
Dragon will do that. You just dictate into your phone.
And I'm going to tell you something. I asked Freddie
should
and
do that with
Gio
your
to
grandma,
do
too.
that with their 99-year-old grandmother, and they didn't, and they regret it. So
I really wish I had done it with my great uncle and my grandpa before they passed.
it's the legacy. It's an important. Nobody wants me recorded, but
That's not true.
You're
You record it every
twice
day.
a day.
not this stuff. I'm talking about the other stuff.
I was thinking of you and Michael Macchia this morning because apparently now you can buy and admit in everything that we do, you can buy the master cut of music, all this digital music and digital things that you can now buy. Well, you have to keep them digitally, or it's not like you can say, oh, look, there's my digital album that I bought, and you buy it with cryptocurrency. So it's a digital something, and you're buying it with digital money, but yet there is nothing tangible to hold on to, but yet people are buying this for hundreds of thousands and millions
But
of
do you
dollars.
understand the difference?
Of what?
Buying crypto through crypto?
The whole thing, it was so esoteric that there's just nothing.
What is it
Sorry.
with your tongue today? It's like on a rampage? You buy something for $10 crypto, and it goes up to $28.
Yes.
The new owner of the crypto just made $18 in a $10 sale.
But you don't see anything, and then what are you buying? So you're buying
You're buying
like a,
futuristic value.
and you're buying a digital something. So imagine
It's still a trade.
Imagine you buying like this new mastered mix of something from Stars International, right? It's this mastered song, it's the original copy, and Dylan comes in and hits delete, and it's gone. And he's like, oh, sorry, my bad. But it's like something like that. Like, how do you keep it?
Why would Dylan hit delete? You can't delete something you have on record. You have to have backups.
Not that you can delete crypto, but they say that there's probably about like 13 or something Bitcoins out there that are just in the universe because people, in the old days, there wasn't accounts like Gemini. It was, you just got an access code. And if you were smart, you would have put it in a million places. But there were people who weren't, and they lost their access codes. And that's now worth God knows how much money, or their accounts were hacked into and their money was taken, and people don't know how to get it back.
But you hit, I forgot my password.
That's not how it used to work. It wasn't a password back in the day. It was you got like a 20-something number letter long access code that you had to keep. And if you lost that, that was it.
There are certain things that I would take crypto for, like the art. Like, let's say this piece of art is worth $1,000. And we would have sold this last week for $1,000 crypto, whatever that amounts to, whatever the conversion is. Today, we would have made $280 on top of that $1,000 if we cashed it in, because crypto has gone up $28.
But that's a tangible thing. What if you're buying an intangible
Same difference.
music product?
Same thing.
And what do you do with it? Where do you put it? Like
you send it to them in a file.
See, that's
and
the
they
thing.
put it on their computer or wherever the files they got.
And that's where it all gets kind of
No,
transparency.
Why? It's the same deal as something physical.
Because now we buy airspace.
Yeah.
We buy cloud space. You buy all kinds of things that.
But there's things in it. In your cloud, you have pictures. You
But
have
look how
video.
much things
you
have
audio.
changed, that we store things in air, in clouds. I mean, who would have ever thought?
Dawn, there are people going to Mars. Of course things have changed. It's called progress.
It's pretty remarkable, I'm just saying.
That's why the Earth is burning up, because we're progressing.
We are progressing.
We are like a molecule going faster and faster. We're going to cinder like a block.
Cinder like a block, you and Cinderella. She's just shaking her head over there,
Right?
like, really?
I mean, that's your future. Congratulations. Look what we're leaving you.
How's 9 rounds going for you?
Pretty good.
You like it? Still going a lot?
How about this morning?
I figured.
Have you lost weight? Do you feel good?
I feel good. I don't know that I lost weight, but
I think
But you
you've
feel
lost
better.
weight.
I feel better.
You look thinner. You look healthier. It's a whole different look to you.
It's because she's now living on her own in the married lifestyle.
No,
of
that will
maturation.
that shock will
Zach
come
and the
eventually.
dog.
That shock will come eventually. Right now, it's the butterfly and the milk and honey.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Nobody tells you what to do.
No.
Isn't that amazing? Remember those days?
I remember. I remember
Good,
my
the
first.
bad, the ugly.
I remember my first marriage when I came home from my honeymoon. The first night, I had left and I worked on this apartment that we were gonna live in, and my father finished it for me. And I came back a week later, and I'll never forget this. My mother and father had put an air mattress in the bedroom with a radio and a candle, and that was it. There was no other furniture in the house. We had nothing. We got married. We had nothing. We were poor. And I came in and I took a picture and I said, I don't know what I did with it, but I said, wow, my life married is off to a flying start. I got an air mattress.
An air mattress, a candle, and a radio. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Simple things in life.
And I said to her, you see, you marry wealth.
How old were you?
21.
Think about that.
No, I don't want to. Trust me, I don't.
Isn't that amazing?
I was a little bit taken aback. I said, what the hell
Would you
did
do
I
it
just
again?
do? No,
You wouldn't have gotten married at 21.
no. That was stupid.
We live and learn, right? We learn from our mistakes as well.
It was kind of, you know who Con Edison is?
Yes, the electric
The
company.
electric company?
Yes.
So when they came knocking on the door, they says, you owe us $100 for your electric this month. And I said, but I'm in love. And I says, yeah, well, you can't pay us with that. That's when it settled in.
Really?
That's when it hit me.
You can't buy
Money
with-
can't buy you love. Is that a song? You
Yes.
can't pay bills with money. Just
Can't pay bills with love, but you know, so they say, love conquers all. Love lifts you up.
Conquers all.
Yeah, I want to quote.
She was
Moulin
yapping in my
Rouge.
ear about, you better bring in some money to pay this. Money.
We're just
money.
getting old and cynical, Dad.
I'm not getting cynical. I become more practical.
I think we should reach out to AARP actually and see
No,
if they
now
would
we're
like to
leaving
do a
AARP.
segment with
It's
us.
not. You are not allowed to join. I have put your name on the hit
I
list.
think we should share
Absolutely
all
not.
of the discounts that they offer.
I don't
for
think
our
so.
demographic.
I don't think so. I think that you have demised the AARP culture.
Not at all. I think it's fantastic.
All my friends call me and says, way to go, Freddie. Way to tell her. We put you on the hit list.
Of healthy eating, we're going for boba tea. I think Teddy reached back out to you from I Heart Mac and Cheese, right?
They did. I have a call with them at 4:00 today.
Very nice.
So.
Let me ask you a question. Your grandmother,
Yeah.
did she like tea?
Yeah.
There used to be at the Addison the tea room in the day. I don't know if they're still doing that because I know that Linda took her mother with the white gloves. And does your grandmother like that stuff or no? Because the grandparents like that stuff, huh?
Sure that back in the day, my grandma, like I know back in the day she was a socialite when my grandpa was working. I think she hated it from all the stories she tells me. Just
Really?
us making fun of, all the socialites. And she tells me how like all the old ladies would go outside and take a long walk and do things that they shouldn't have done in the socialite world.
What'd they do?
They had like long cigarette holders.
I think they shouldn't.
They had that long cigarette holder, so you don't burn your lips or your hair or anything. Your mom, I would have hung out with your mom because
My
I
mom
know
had
your
one
mom,
of those too.
Your mother used to like that.
My mom had hair up to here.
Your
She had
mom
this
used to hang out.
beehive like whoop.
She used to hang out in the after hours.
Oh, my mom.
In Manhattan.
There's no
Lower
social
East
light.
Side.
Yeah, it was not the socialite life my
I
mother
met
was
your mother.
living.
Did I ever tell you that?
Did you? Why would I not be surprised?
I met her. She was down there hoofing it, woofing it, dancing, boogalooing. Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go, Freddie, no. She always asks for you.
Mama Lukey Sucker. That's what it is. Your mother just brought it back to me. We used to have a doll. We used to call it Mama Lukey Sucker. Mama Lukey Sucker.
A doll?
That was a doll. That was a thing in the day. The Mama Lukey Sucker doll.
And what did the Mama Lukey Sucker doll look like?
Anything we wanted. It was funny because I created that name, Mama Lukey Sucker. And in the Bronx, if you go anywhere in the South Bronx and you say Mama Lukey, oh yeah, Santori said that.
Really?
Mama Lukey Sucker. Wow, I can't believe that your mother brought it back to me. In the day, that's what we used to call you, Mama Lukey Sucker, you.
You should see her hair now. She's changed it. It's a blue base with purple on top.
Blue.
It's blue and purple.
Why'd she do that?
So it doesn't fade to pink. Because,
It's just going to fade to pink on
if
top.
the purple fades to pink, let's just put a different blue base on it now so it'll fade to blue.
You got to get Mama up here. We got to hang out. I'm going to tell you, Ma, you remember Mama Lukey Sucker
She's
dance?
going to go, yeah, I remember that Mama Lukey Sucker dance. Anyway, you got people in the studio.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
ready
we
to
got
rock and
Teddy
roll.
Unscripted today.
Yes.
Who are you talking to?
Myself.
Or Valerie.
Or Valerie.
We
You
got
should,
Teddy
call,
Unscripted.
you should call your grandmother and put her on the air.
I don't know if she would want to go on the air or not.
We got Slick Speaks.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll call Grandma and see. Or Mom.
Let's see. I know next week Mike Macchia is finally coming back because he came back from his trip.
Oh, he dug himself back up?
Yeah.
Bitcoin is up.
For like a month.
Bitcoin is up, you see?
Is
It's up
it?
$28. It was up 31 yesterday. It's up 28 today.
Really? Very nice. Slick, you got Slick Speaks?
He's bringing in the walls.
I'm glad he's doing it on me. All right, everyone, let's wrap it up. We will see you in a little bit. Tune in to Slick Speaks at 10:30.
Good morning,
Teddy
Amy.
Unscripted at 11.
Yes. Good morning, Amy.
Amy Rashevsky.
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Amy. She's got a big show coming up on Thursday. Today we've got a special edition of Jay Harmon with Miami Brewing Company. We're going to do some taste testing with that. So a lot of great things coming up. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you in a little bit.
And don't be late. We'll see you this afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.